Hello everybody, my name is Grandma Cameron here with a brand new book session. Same book, the Star Wars Force Collector. That's right, pretty sure. I'm still new to this, so give me a break. Also, I got sea candles. I got Stormy Night and Chestnut Macchiato. Smelling good in here. You can see I'm a little bit sick today. Sorry, keep on looking over here. A little bit sick today. Okay, by the way, before I get started, these episodes are going to be kind of longer than my normal short, everybody's on this channel short videos. It's going to be either between 10 to 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the chapter. This one's short as just like the first chapter. So, instead of just talking about, let's just get into it, shall we? Also, I got water because my voice got a little bit raspy. Let's hit it one more time before we get started. There you go. Moffat yelled at Carr, "Stop that! Whatever you're doing, stop it! Right this instant!" He lowered his hand, but Ryok continued to gasp and wheeze. The teacher jumped between them and grabbed Carr by the shoulders. She shoved his arms against his side. "What are you doing to him?" she demanded, loud and scared and ready to shake him to pieces. Sorry. Excuse me. Ryok dropped to his knees and fell forward face first. All four of his long beefy arms platted to the floor, splaying in every direction. Everything went quiet. The scattered students who lingered in the hallway stood eyed wide. They held their hands over their mouths and didn't say a word. No announcements blared from the headmaster's office. No doors opened. No data pads beeped inside backpacks. And none of the bully's friends so much as breathed. Until Ryok's big body started to shake. He was laughing quietly. He worked his way up to a belly laugh and he rolled over and stared up at the ceiling. He pounded all four fists on the floor with glee. At first, no one joined him, then everyone did. "Ha!" the bully crackled above the laughing crowd. "You totally thought you had Jedi powers." Moffat's face turned red. Carr's turned even redder. "You just wait until—" "Enough!" declared the teacher. She snatched Carr's glove from Ryok and handed it back to Carr, but her expression remained stern. "Both of you, go to the headmaster's office." Side by side, Carr and the bully sulked toward the office, neither one speaking or trying to make eye contact. When they finally arrived, the door was closed. After a few minutes, it opened and a hand waved Ryok inside, leaving Carr to take a seat and await his fate. Carr sat on the bench in the lobby outside the headmaster's office, twiddling his thumbs and trying hard to hear what was happening on the other side of the closed office door. The muffled conversation was difficult to understand, but Carr couldn't help noticing how much it sounded like a regular conversation between the Kitoniaks in his biology class. I guess it's a teacher. He didn't speak. Keatonese. Okay, of course, but there was something about their low voices and the way they cheek swallowed the words that allows made it sound like they were conspiring. Probably not a total fair judgment, Carr thought. But then again, at the school, the odds were pretty good that most students were up to no good. Just like the odds were pretty good that Ryok was behind that office door, convincing the headmaster that Carr was one is the one to blame for all the commotion. From where he was sitting, Carr could see across the lobby and into the teacher's lounge. In there, Moffat worked at the table, reading through the database that was probably filled with job listings for some different career path. The trooper helmet rested beside her screen. She had won the argument as to where it would stay for now, but Carl had gotten what he needed from the object. Confirmation that John Yu Blinn was either lying or misinformed. Carr had seen no Jedi in his vision, only blurry images of the Death Star and an explosion. However, he was meant to get from the vision. Wherever he was meant to get from the vision was still unclear. It hadn't shown him any force wielders, at least none that he was aware of, but still. The eyes of the mask stared back at him from across the way as if they were angry. As if he had stolen something from him. And in a way, he had. Carr ran his gloved hands along the curve of the bench, wondering if he should add his mark to the graffiti he has found there. The huts are nuts. Octair is a yak face. And his personal favorite, don't look away. You'll never win. If you leave your lunch by a Marin. That one would be tough to beat. Maybe just his name and the date. It would be proof someday that sure would be famous Jedi Carr Nuxin had been there. Sorry, my notes stopped that. What's the worst the headmaster could do to him? He pulled a small knife out of his pocket, and he was busy scratching his first initial onto the bench when a side door slid open. Kaganato the Akira Gungan teacher in charge of the science program led the Mary Allen girl into the room by her arm. He was hauling her a little too fast and a little too rough to actually be helpful, and she was not playing along very well, dragging her feet and generally making the teacher work for every bit of progress. When they reached the bench, he thrusted her towards it. You waits here, and the next time Misa find you rummaging through Misa's things, he said, his cheeks shaking and showering anyone within a meter radius of spittle. I guess that's spit. You're gonna get more than detention. The girl smiled like she didn't care. Maybe she didn't. The Gungan left the way he came, letting the door slide shut behind him. Carr kept his head down, minding his own business. He didn't need extra trouble. He went back to work, carving like he hasn't seen anything. But after a few seconds, the girl spoke. Seriously? Carr glanced up. He was the only person she could be possibly talking to. Seriously, what? Are you really writing your name on the bench? He held up the small knife and wiggled it for show. No, I'm carving it on the bench. She rolled her eyes. Leaving graffiti on the seat while you wait for detention? Isn't that a little on the nose? We get it. You're a rebel. For for your next trick, maybe you could break a window or play some super loud music. That'll show him. Carr had no response. Wasn't picking a fight with anyone you don't know. Also a little on the nose, but from what Kai knew of the how do you say it? Myrialan species, Myrialan. I'm just saying Myrialan species. Their skin are usually green, like hers, or pink, or not green or pink, with flushed red cheeks. So clearly, she was fuming about something other than Carr's petty vandalism. Carr had seen Mary Ellen's before, but something was different about this girl. Beyond the flushed cheeks was it her eyes? They were sparkling blue, but almost more than sparkling, glittering. And did they have specks of gold in them? Maybe. He had never been so close to Maryland before, or stared so long at. What are you looking at? Oh, my bad. What are you looking at? She barked. Nothing, he said, and he went back to his amateur artwork. There was definitely something different about her, but he was not about to look up again and find out. He was just starting to make good progress on the K when she asked, "What did you do?" Huh? He chanced a glare at her. Glare at her, pretty much. "What are you here for?" she said slowly, as if teaching him a language. Carr tried to make an answer casual. Make the answer sorry. Carr tried to make his answer casual. "Oh, I tried to choke someone using my mind." The girl eyed him suspiciously, like she didn't quite believe him, but kind of wanted to. "You used the force to choke somebody?" Now she had his attention. Now she had his attention. You know about the force? I'm not an idiot. Do you really have the force? Did you really choke somebody? I said I tried to. It was her turn to scowl at. It was her turn to scowl at him. "So you don't have the force. Do you even know what it is?" Of course, it's an energy field created by all living things. Yeah, she said with a flap of her hand. "Binds the galaxy together and all that. Why is it everyone always says the same thing about the Force? Makes you wonder how true it all is, doesn't it? Like that's all anybody knows, because that's all somebody wants us to think. Carr was stunned. He almost never met anyone who knew about the Jedi, much less had an opinion about them. "What are you talking about? Why would you think it isn't true? You can read about it in history archives, some of them, a little bit. You can read about Sith Lords too, but nobody believes in those." Hey, Sith Lord. Sith area. Sorry. Carr remained silent. "Besides," she continued, "I've seen it, been on Mirokia for about 3 days, and I'm already pretty sure I've seen all the archives this planet has to offer." "What is that supposed to mean?" "It means there might be more. It might be more boring, pointless planet. Wait, hold on. It means there might be a more boring, pointless planet somewhere out there in the galaxy, but I wouldn't bet any credits on it. I guess that's what happens when your planet is so close to the unknown regions and so far from the core. Carr didn't disagree. Didn't disagree with her, but the judgment still stung. Then what are you doing here? She withdrew herself. She withdrew. She withdrew to her end of the bench, like a Klex retreating into its shell. My father moved us here for work, and I had to leave all my friends behind. She complained mostly to herself. Carr nodded like he was sympathetic to her problem, but he didn't really have any friends to miss. If he disappeared the next day, no one at school would even notice he was gone or wonder where he went. I can't believe it took me 3 whole days to get detention, though I must be losing my touch. Well, you must be fun. So, where did you move here from? Cisse, she replied. Carr had never heard of it, but he didn't want to say so out loud. Otherwise, she might think he was right about his home planet being a nowhere planet in the middle of no place. Marioka wasn't perfect, but if you weren't local, you didn't get to complain about it. Oh yeah, he nodded, and then he lied. I hear it's nice. Is that where you learned about Jedi? Smugly, she said. It's where I learned that's where I learned that. That's where I learned they're a big fat hoax. No way, the Jedi aren't a hoax. How do you know? Have you ever seen one? I've never seen a Rancor either, but I know that is real. The Jedi kept the peace in the Republic, he said, echoing his grandmother's explanation of their role in the galaxy. She scoffed. The Jedi were a story the Republic made up. They used to keep the order in the galaxy, and by scaring everyone with the idea of magical army of space wizards. Carr didn't even know where to begin. He said forcefully, ready to launch into a full-length lesson on the strengths and the virtues of all things Jedi. Actually, the Jedi were around for thousands of years. Why would the Republic invent magic army when they already had a real clone army? Carefully, as if she was being very patient with someone who was very slow, she said, "Exactly. Isn't it funny how Jedi went away when the Clone Wars ended? The Republic didn't need them anymore, so they let them, I don't know, fade away or whatever." That's not true. Okay then, what happened to them? Carr didn't have a good answer. I don't know, but that doesn't mean they never existed. She shrugged and leaned back, folding her hands behind her head. Just trust me on this one. Why would I trust you? I don't even know you. Good point. She leaned across the bench and offered him her hand. I'm Maze Ranchi. Ryanchi. I don't know how to say it. I'm just going to call her Maze. Carr grudgingly held out his hand. Carnoxon. But she didn't shake it. She used the grip to pull his hand closer to her face. What's the gloves for? What's with the gloves, Carr? To protect my hands. Well, yeah, she said. That's what gloves do. I mean, why are you wearing them indoors? So I can control my abilities? God, girls. Come on. She folded her arms. You're totally real choking abilities. Those must be amazing gloves. He paused. He barely knew this girl, but he barely knew just about everyone. So it didn't matter anyway. He told her the truth. Sometimes when I touch things, I can see the past. I mean, the past of whatever I'm touching. Mace cackled wildly. Ha ha ha, bet the fodder. That's what it says. I don't believe you. Show me. Car tried to retreat. I can't just do it on command. She grabbed his gloves hand. She grabbed his gloved hand again. Come on. What do you see in my past? It doesn't work that way. In fact, it doesn't work that way. Oh my bad. It doesn't work that way. In fact, I'm not sure it works with people. I think it happens I think it has to be an object, like an item that witnessed something big. Maids let him go. Let go of him and scanned the room for something that might work. Seeing nothing with potential, she reached into her bag and pulled out a small metal drafting tool. Tell me about this, she said, holding it out to him. What is it? Asked Carr. I got it from my dad. Is he a Jedi? No, you What? Oh, I think that means it's stupid. Stupid. No, you idiot. I don't want to say that word. I don't want to say that word because it's too familiar to, English. The N word, so I'm not going to say it. He works for the First Order. Oh, that's my dog, Sheenie. Say hi. Wait a minute. She withdrew. Wait, hold on. Did I skip page by accident? Oh. Wait a minute. She withdrew the object and held it close to her chest. Aren't you supposed to tell me what it is? He sighed and removed his right glove. Fine, give it here. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and took the tool with his bare hand. In an instant, his blood pressure skyrocketed. Like every drop in his body shot to the top of his head and then had nowhere to go. The pain pushed again against his skull. He screamed at the top of his lungs. Then he did the exact opposite of what a boy his age should do to look cool. He passed out. Anyways, that was the end of chapter 2. Hope you guys enjoyed. Also, new thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna record a few sessions tonight. I recorded first session, then second session. I'm gonna record 2 more sessions, chapter 3 and chapter 4. That's why you're gonna see me in the same clothes. Then later on today, it's 3 a.m. right now. Later on today, I'm gonna record a few more sessions, and every day I'm gonna post these book sessions. There's 24, 25 chapters. Then I'm gonna start reading my Ahsoka book, which I'm gonna get here pretty soon. And after that, I'm gonna get the book. Hold up, I got on my list. Actually, hold up. Next, after that, I'm gonna read Star Wars: Dark Disciple, and I heard that one was pretty good. Of course, I heard Ahsoka's pretty good. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next session. All links in the description and on the iCard of my first episode of this. If you want to get caught up with the book, I'll see you next time. Stay safe out there and stay healthy. Have a good day.